Guardians of the Island is the story of a lost island, which only recently got to be visible on the World Atlas and happens to be located somewhere north of Australia. The island is known as Baralku Island or Island of the Dead because the aborigines of the island were not really human. Humans who were deemed lost or gone from the world of the living made their way to the island so that they may remain there for all eternity, even if their souls never entered heaven or, if their souls had not yet been damned, so that the island might serve as a place of contemplation and retribution. Seth was given the punishment of being forced to explore the island's surface until he realized how selfish his actions had been in the world of the living. When he was still alive, Seth was a guy who rarely, if ever, regretted the things he did or the people he hurt as a result, who were typically his wife and child. Given Seth's prominence as a producer in Los Angeles, it might be said that information of his infidelity to his wife and betrayal of his son was generally known. His wife, as well as his colleagues and associates, were always aware of his betrayal, as his adultery occasionally even involved mutual acquaintances. Seth had been the one driving when he was involved in a fatal car accident. There was no doubt as to why he left together with the main actress Jessica for a secret location. Everyone had seen them go together. Tragically, they passed away in transit. Now that Seth is on an island, he has no scars or scratches on his body, and although he seems and lives normally, he is aware that he is not a normal person, just as the island's residents are not normal. Seth had never heard of the Island of the Dead while living in the outer world, but he soon learned about its mysteries from some of the local aborigines. Unlike Seth, Beryl had Googled about the lost Island of the Dead, but knew very little about its mysteries. Nevertheless, she was intrigued when she learned about the huge palm trees that were supposed to be the guardians of the island. As a writer, Beryl was all about writing, exploring the world, and going to museums, where she had first met Carl during an exhibition. She was a hopeless romantic who enjoyed writing poetry and novels, so she was easily seduced by Carl. She didn't realize his charms were only a front for being a psychopath until after they had been married. Carl's narcissist behavior made her feel very miserable, and he tortured her both physically and emotionally. Beryl struggled mentally for the whole of their marriage. After surviving a couple of major operations, losing her baby and womb in the process, thanks to her family and close friends, Beryl was able to eventually find the strength to leave her husband for good. This allowed her to reclaim her identity as the strong woman she was before Carl changed her. Over the years, life has not exactly been fair to Beryl, but she has always been a survivor and is very determined to come to terms with herself and her current situation. She felt a strong connection to the island, but she was unsure of why. The island was calling to her. Even though both of them had personal conflicts to resolve, their meeting was predetermined, and destiny could not be stopped. Beryl sincerely hoped that Nico found his own happiness, and Seth was relieved to learn that his closest friend was there to make his wife and son happy, something he never did. Carl remained a threat, but somehow, Beryl felt safe on the island. A pleasure she had not experienced in a long time. More specifically, Seth made her feel safe.